You're watching Soleful Discussions.
All right, so hi, how are you doing? Welcome back.
How are you?
I'm doing great. So just want to kind of dig right into it. First of all, our first interaction, when I ran up into you, and we just met randomly, you were going to do some photography. I'm there looking for people to interview.
Mm-hmm.
What were your thoughts when I came up originally and I just approached you? How did you feel about that?
Well, where we were by the beach in Long Beach, it doesn't surprise me.
I think you said that too.
Yeah. So it's not like some random. I mean, it was random, but it wasn't like I've met people like that before.
Absolutely.
Obviously not with the project you're doing, so it was different. And I always try to, if I had the time and I didn't have as much time that day, try to do new experiences with people that are doing their own passion project or whatever. So yeah, it was different, but not so different where I felt like it was red flag.
Yeah. And I thought it was dope because like you said, you were there working on your own project, doing some photography. You even had me do a little photography after. You're like, let me take some pictures of you too. And so I thought it was really dope. And I've been kind of checking out some of the work you do. It's really amazing. Just seeing the different people you work with and the kind of artistic side of it. It's really cool.
Thank
it's really
you.
Cool.
Yeah.
So in terms of the interview, so as the interview was going along, right? I'm asking you these questions. What were the thoughts going through your mind? I mean, can you recall it at all? How it was going?
Well, I personally have struggles with camera stuff.
Yeah.
I think I might have mentioned that. The still photography I'm always cool with.
Yeah.
The video stuff, it's usually scripted video stuff I've just never been good at. But natural documentary stuff like this tends to be more natural for me.
Yeah.
And then when I'm vibing with somebody, it's a fluent conversation, I kind of forget the camera's there. So it just felt like a conversation. And you had some interesting things to say about, I don't know, Egyptian shit and stuff.
Yeah.
So I at that point, I'm learning stuff. So I find that to be cool.
That's really cool. So let's talk about the time in between, right before I posted the video, after you left.
Yeah.
Thoughts after that, did you tell anybody about it? Did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I honestly didn't really think much of it.
So you just kind of went on with your day. You were just that happened.
Yeah. I didn't really think too much about it.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. So now let's fast forward. Video comes out. I hit you up. I'm like, hey, interview dropped. Go watch it. What were your thoughts as you watched yourself back, answering some of the questions and stuff?
At first, obviously, I was like, oh, lordy.
What did I get myself into?
But then I watched it, and I think because it goes back to, us having a conversation, and it felt a little more natural.
Yeah.
It wasn't as harsh to watch myself.
Yeah.
I didn't... Yeah, it wasn't as hard on myself as I have been in the past, and it was just more of... a slice of life that I kind of enjoyed watching.
That moment.
I kind of, obviously as a photographer, I'm into kind of capturing moments and then looking back on them and being like, oh yeah, that was a day at Long Beach and I met this dude and we just happened to be talking about feet, which is super random. So I like the spontaneity and the memento of it.
Nice. So what we're going to do, I'm going to actually ask you some questions, like I said, from my first set of interviews. When I first started out, these were questions that I used. Like to get your thoughts about it. Feel free to answer however you like in those moments. These are your opinions, okay? How you feel. Sound good?
Cool.
All right, let's start with the first question. So in terms of something that you do, is there anything that you do that other people might find to be weird? Maybe a hobby you have? It could be maybe a way you eat your food.
Oh, okay.
You got people who put mustard on pizza and stuff like that. Do you do anything like that? Is there anything like that for you? It's I don't know. Let me think.
I don't. I mean, there's things that I like. I'm really into dolls.
Okay.
Some people find it odd and creepy. I think because of movies and the media has portrayed that. There's definitely some maternal things going on with that. my mom really liked dolls.
Yeah.
I like dolls. I don't have children. Dude, that's so loud. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. The thing on the back. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Sorry.
This is what usually happens on Soleful discussions. Things happen in the back.
Okay. I'm like, is that gonna mess things up?
Nah, it'll be fine.
Okay, cool. Sorry. Anyway, dolls. Yeah, maternal. I don't have children. Don't want children. So
yeah.
I just always like dolls, and so people find that to be
okay
different.
Absolutely. So are we talking like porcelain dolls, like because I know they have like different kinds.
I don't discriminate.
Okay.
I like them all.
Nice.
I don't have a huge collection because I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
And it could be a little off-putting.
Yeah.
But I like doll art. I like Barbies. I like porcelain. And
have you ever heard of Funko Pops?
No.
So I collect Funko Pops, which are kind of like. So my girlfriend is like drives her nuts because she thinks they're like toys, but they're not. They're like collectible like figurines that you could get from like certain things. So like let's say for example Marvel, right?
Yeah.
They have the different movies come out, so they have like a pop figure that's for like Iron Man or Thor.
Okay.
So you can collect these, and they're like collectibles. So yeah, but my girlfriend, she's like, you need to take it out the box, and I was like, you don't take it out the box. You leave it in the box.
I see. Yeah. So that obviously there's people that are into collectible dolls. Yeah. I'm more like hood rat style.
I see.
I will straight up just like go to thrift stores and like flea markets and like what's the best deal.
Yeah.
I've in the past, not so much now, incorporate them in the photo shoots with like dogs and people or just like still life. I've met like-minded people and we'll do like collaborations. It's been a minute since I've done one of those. I may be relocating to the East Coast, and I have a bin of dolls that I'm probably not gonna travel with, so I might do some like street art with them.
Okay.
I don't know what that is yet.
Yeah. You don't know what it is, but it'll come about once you're ready for it.
But I mean, to me, that's not as absurd or like a quirk.
Yeah.
That I have. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you don't have to overthink it. If that's what you came up with, that's cool, because the question is more designed for. A lot of people tend to find things weird about other people, but then they'll have weird things.
Right.
Now, what sometimes I find with this question, sometimes I ask it, and people are like, "Oh, I don't have anything like that," and it's like, so you're just a normal, like you do nothing out of the ordinary. So that's what this kind of for, to see if you could just like find something. Yeah, absolutely.
No, I mean the words weird and normal are made up.
Yeah, absolutely.
As well. So.
And there's actually another definition for weird too. And I saw it and it had something to do with like, I think. Magical or something along those lines, and it was like it was more to it than just something that's like off-putting for other people. So it's such a weird word. Yeah, absolutely.
When you describe something you don't like or do like, you use that same word.
Yep.
So I've often caught myself when I'm using it in a like not derogatory, but just So I'm weird and I'm cool with it.
There it is. Has anybody ever made you feel insecure about your body or a body part before?
Oh God. That's an interesting question. Jesus Lord.
I mean, where do I start?
I mean, that's such a deep question.
Yeah.
I think as a female daughter, I think unfortunately my mom has made like some comments, but I'm blessed to have been strong-headed, and it was at maybe an age where I could handle my mental health or whatever. It never like really got to me.
Yeah.
But she's definitely have said some things, and she's still kind of. It's not nagging; it's actually praising me a lot, and I don't really like it.
You're like, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously nice in the latter.
Yeah. Really
nice, especially as I'm getting older, my body's changing. But I just like, there's too much emphasis on that for me.
See.
And it's not like I'm like some like woke, like, don't look at my body. But it's just like, I don't like, it's not, it is cliche to say beauty is like important in a way. But I think, especially as my mom, I'd rather her like kind of compliment my brain or something.
The work that you're doing, things
and
like that.
she does that too. And again, not to get too deep, I think mothers and daughters, they have a unique relationship because I am half my mom, and so she's basically projecting what she wants to look like or what she looked like on me.
Yeah.
And I get that, but unfortunately, I'm not her. So
it could also be some of the experiences that she had.
Yeah.
Before, so like she sees it coming through with you, and so she's like trying to hit it off at the past, but yeah, you're like, I'm my own person. I gotta do this my way. Absolutely.
Right. And like when people talk, specifically her, about my body, I feel pressure. I'm like, dude, then I can't eat for the rest of the week because she's gonna be like, you look so good, and it's like, girl, I'm gonna eat and I'm gonna not look this good in like 2 days. So
that's lovely. That's lovely. In terms of yourself, if there was one thing you could change about yourself, right? It doesn't have to be physical.
Okay.
Anything you could change, is there anything you would change? Like, is there anything you'd be like, I want to get rid of that?
Okay, like.
It could be like maybe a habit you have or something like that, anything.
Oh, God.
You hitting me with these hard questions, man.
I mean, I think this is just so common with everybody, just imposter syndrome and being hard on myself.
You know what? You are the second person that I've interviewed that's used that term.
Yeah.
I swear, like it's the second
people
time I've
have
heard
it.
That. Yeah.
And if you don't, I don't think people should have it or it's a thing that it's a badge of honor. But I think, especially with like creatives or self-employed, you're just like constantly comparing yourself to other people, and you're not, I don't say good enough, you're just not at the same level. Like for me, I'm approaching 40 and I've pivoted so many different I wouldn't even say career, but like work paths and, you know, not to blame things on COVID, but like all these like deterrents and where I'm at today, I'm like, oh, I should be doing this. And then what happens is like you just like, I disable myself, and then it's just like this like spiral of thoughts, and it never gets to a point like where I don't like do anything all day, but it's just like kind of this voice.
Absolutely, I get it. I get it, where it's like, you just want to like kind of like get rid of that and just be able to,
because I go to this, okay, this is like dark, but I'm like, I could be like, well, nothing really matters. And then I'm also like, well, like you should be doing things, I should be doing things that I'm passionate about, because I'm designing my life where I don't have so much responsibilities, where I can pick and choose what I want. But then I'm also like, I'm just chill, like Leo who wants to like kick it in the sun and enjoy like the beautiful weather, but that ain't gonna pay the bills. So it's just like this constant like
you're like battling like with those different what is that, ideals, like how do I go about this?
Because I never want to, me personally, and maybe I'm saying the wrong thing, I don't want to work to live, but unfortunately in 2022 in California that's kind of not but anyway, I would just say like the being nicer to myself.
Got it. And in light, I'm gonna add this question in because I think it's a very important one. I'd like to get your mindset. I love how you like kind of go about dissecting things in terms of the world as a whole, right? If there was one thing you could change about the current affairs, like with the different things we have going on, there's one thing you would say, like, I would want to hit that point right there, what would it be?
Oh God, I wish there was people were nicer to animals.
That's a good one. My girlfriend would say the same thing.
And like especially pets, people breed them, dogs, and they end up in horrible situations because they wanted that quick dollar. And the responsible breeding, and I just think humans got this idea that we run the world and we don't.
We're like superior and all this.
And I'm not like vegan or vegetarian. I should actually be a little more mindful of what I consume. We all should be. But I think we have this disconnect with what we consume and like other beings around us, and we're just so conceited. And like it's not like just because we have hands and a brain.
Thumbs and all this.
It's like it's so rude. And there's so many other humans suffering too, but especially animals, they're just innocent to me.
I think a lot of it too, because so I grew up, I didn't have pets, right? So I take that back. I had a turtle for a long period of time, and I had a rabbit, but then I went a long time without that. So that was probably right between the time I was like 3 and 5, and then all the way throughout like the rest of my life, no pets, right? And so I remember talking to my girlfriend and being like, I want a dog, right? And so I like huskies. And so the first thing for me is like, oh, I want to go buy a husky, right? And she was like, yeah, as long as it's, you're getting it and you're adopting it, as long as you're doing it that way,
good for her.
Fine. Because, the breeding, we don't need. And so, but because I don't have the education on it, because I didn't grow up like knowing about stuff like that. For me, that was new.
Right.
So I think there needs to be a lot of education for people who like first time, animal buyer, you're buying a dog or a cat, perhaps going this way, with animals who need homes. And I think it could be even said the same thing for like even children, right? We're so quick to be like, we want to like put our own imprint on the world with having a kid, but it's like all these children out here who are like in foster homes who need like a positive place to be in, stuff like that. And so it's like, if you can do that, why not go that route? You don't necessarily always need to go this route. So it's like I kind of get what you're saying. That's the same thing for animals, man. Treating them that same way.
I
Absolutely.
know. Well, yeah, because they're both so innocent.
Yeah.
And we just like imprint all these like, I don't know, our own abuse. Anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's get back into this. First of all, we talked about it before. Let's talk about it again. What are your thoughts about your feet? How do you feel about your feet? Let's get back into that. How do you feel about them?
They're all right,
They're
I'm
all right.
grateful for them. But, I don't know. I'm indifferent.
So you have indifference about them. You have mixed feelings.
Yeah.
Okay. And then in terms of compliments, I think you said you've gotten compliments a couple times, right?
Kind of, but people are crazy.
You've gotten a lot of compliments on the YouTube channel. When you have a chance, I'm telling you, go and see it because there's nothing negative there. You won't find any negativity. There's just a lot of people having nice things to say about you, so you should go check that out when you have a chance.
All right.
So compliments, you really can't think about any compliments that you've had from people. Have you had any experiences in your life with like dating somebody who's like into feet or anything like that? Has that ever happened for you?
They weren't vocal about it
or
like physical about it.
Okay. So nothing that you can recall, like nothing like that happening. Would that ever be something that's on the docket? Like, let's say your current boyfriend came and all of a sudden he disclosed to you like, hey, I like feet.
I would be like, my feet ain't all that, so you better go on the channel and look at up these chicks to me, because
Oh wow, okay, all right, I get it. So you wouldn't embrace it though and be like,
I mean, I kind of always joke that I want new feet.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it gets deep and like genetics and
well, because I think I remember you saying from the first interview. Right, your grandmother and I think your mom having bunions.
My aunt and my
grandma.
your
aunt and your
yes, and just like not genetically like I actually I don't know if it was before or after, but I went to Costa Rica. Yeah, I think it was before because I told you I was out of town.
Yeah.
To Costa Rica to hang out with my mom and my grandma's 96 and she's kicking ass.
Wow.
And but her feet give her lots of struggles.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously at that age.
Yeah.
And so I was constantly like. Not constantly, but I was kind of reminded like about genetics.
Take care of them, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and she worked a lot and worked until she was pretty old, so on her feet. So it makes sense. And same with my mom. She just kind of had so it's just genetic.
Got it.
And then also just labor.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I can imagine, man. It's not easy out there. All right, so we've kind of gotten past that. All right, let's get back into this. Is it okay if we take a look at how your feet are looking? Because we just went and got, first of all, we went and got a pedicure today, right? First of all, thoughts about the pedicure. How did it feel?
Oh, it's great. I always like kind of having somebody else deal with it.
Absolutely. So it was a really good experience for you?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and I think that they mentioned to me, I believe that guy's name is Raymond. I believe it is.
Cute.
But like that dude, they say he's an amazing guy or whatever like that. So
I mean, his
energy.
Energy's hilarious.
Yeah.
Because he's like 100 pounds and he looks like.
Yeah, he told me he's like, are you gonna be here? Okay, no, okay, come back. I was like, how long? I don't know, man. I don't know. 30, 40 minutes. I don't know. I wanted her to enjoy her pedicure. I was like, hey, that's the same thing I want.
That's pretty amazing.
He was an amazing guy. Absolutely, I loved him.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get you, if you could put your feet out flat like this first. Yeah, let's take a look. See, what do we have here?
Realizing I should have.
Whatever. Don't worry. You're wearing too much. They look really nice. You went with, it looks like a pink, right?
Yeah, it's like a lilac.
Yeah.
The woman was like, oh, you're matching your shirt. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, it's like I didn't even know. But
Thank you, Dave.
Might as well. Okay, really nice. And we talked about it before. You have the Egyptian, right?
I don't know. I forgot. I got to rewatch it.
I think it's Egyptian. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Bigger toe is bigger, right?
Egyptian lover. Okay.
There it is. Egyptian lover.
Hey.
All right, let me get you to put your feet out straight like this. Okay. All right, so thoughts this time. We're like taking a look at your feet for a second time.
Whatever, man.
Thoughts, whatever, man. Not even thinking about it. Absolutely. So what I'm gonna do is, because we kind of do this on the channel now, where I actually hand you the camera, right?
Oh lordy.
You take a look at your feet from your perspective, and you tell me some things that you see. We want positive things though, so don't focus on negatives. Okay? Cool.
You want to keep it positive. All right.
Keep it positive. All right.
Okay.
So there we go. I'm gonna hand that to you. What are we seeing here?
Okay.
First things you're noticing.
We're monkeys.
We're monkeys.
Well, I like the color. It's fun.
Yup.
And I like the length of my toenails.
Okay.
And I like my foot tattoo.
Yeah, I love your foot. I didn't even think I noticed that one last time, but then I noticed that you have
I have
the
little,
ankle, like kind of like on your ankle, like that's really nice.
And then I have a little snail.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that one last time. Those are amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
Are there any stories behind any of these
tattoos?
Yeah. Because sometimes, you know, there's a story like, I
Yeah.
got it because of this, or there's a meaning.
Yeah. Well, I got the music notes when I was really young, when I was 18. I love dancing, so it was a very, symbolic, just dance away in life. And, the rat was actually a cover-up of a couple tattoos.
Oh, okay. So you had some old tattoos that were there.
Yeah, I started really young, and so that was like a cover-up of a cover-up. I started at 13.
Got it.
And then this little snail.
A little snail over there on the side.
I got that actually. I was on Craigslist in the free section, and there was an apprentice working on her portfolio.
Really?
In LA.
You're like, why not?
Yeah, because she was an apprentice, you don't pay, you just tip.
Okay.
And the flash that she provided on Craigslist, I was down with. And I like a lot of kind of people that have tattoos, more than a few. I think. Well, some people are very mindful about it, but I kind of just
went with it.
Yeah, especially it was so small. I was like, if she messes up, it's not a big deal. Obviously, I didn't want her to, but I just kind of like the experience of it, and
that's dope, man.
I love
you from your POV about your feet there.
Yep.
Okay, what I'd like to do, let's do a sensitivity test real quick.
God.
We're gonna use this tool again, and then see what we get here.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, was it your right foot that was more sensitive?
Maybe it makes sense because it's longer.
Yeah. I know. I just remember that it was one of them that was more sensitive than the other for sure. Sometimes I do get people. Sometimes it's equal across the board. But let's check it out. Let's see real quick. All right. So, let me get you to kind of just over a little bit more to the right. Yeah, there we go. And so we're gonna go this way first, bottom to top. Then we'll switch. Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Ready? All right. Let me just put 1, 2, 3. All right. Where are we feeling that the most? It seems like right as I'm starting to get higher, you're starting to feel it more, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the level, the scale on that? 1 to 10.
And
sensitivity. Yeah. 10 being more sensitive.
I would say 5, 6.
5, 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's check this one out. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Is this one worse or less? It seems like it's less. Is it less?
It seems the same, to be honest.
Seems the same?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. All right, so, well, sensitive, let's get you wiggling your toes while we're doing this. All right. Less?
Less, yeah.
Less?
Distractions.
Okay.
Yeah.
The distractions, absolutely, and those muscles moving around, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, wonderful. All right, cool. So, let's wrap. And then we're going to shoot a little bit more, but let's wrap from here.
Okay.
All right, so first of all, thoughts coming out. We did this again, second time. How did you like it? What are your thoughts?
It was good. I thought your questions were pretty. I wasn't expecting them.
Yeah.
And they were good, deep questions.
Yeah.
So I like that, and they weren't really all related to feet.
Nope.
I see that people are just curious in people, so I like that. Yeah. I feel good.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So let me ask you this. I'll get asked at some point, are we going to see you again?
Maybe.
Can we get you out to possibly do like a collaboration with maybe another person?
Oh,
on the channel?
damn. What does that look like?
Just having that. So I usually have like the two of you come out. What we do is we give you some questions from like the subscribers. You can even bring questions of your own that you might have. And then I'll make some questions up and you guys are just like kind of having that discussion amongst yourselves.
Oh, maybe. I would like to see other projects that you did like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to be doing one on Sunday with 3 ladies. And then what I'll do is when that releases, I'll send you the link to it.
Sounds
And then
good.
you can let me know what your thoughts are.
For sure.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming back out. All right. And we hope that you have a great one. All right.
Thank you.
Cool.
Bye.